What's up? I'm Matt, and this is highly recommended.
What's up? My name is Matt from Tropidelic.
You're nearly at the end of this run, man. What's top of your mind right now? What do you want to do? You want to get home? You want to keep going?
I could keep going. I'm a glutton for punishment, I'll tell you that much. But now I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home and see my little boy. It's been a successful run. Couldn't ask for more.
We're hearing that this might be one of the bigger shows. Was that true, or is that just...
I think so. I think this is one of the bigger ones of the tour. We've had some big ones, though. Like, this is definitely some of our biggest numbers in some of these markets. Sure.
Yeah, you were saying before we got the cameras rolling how you really enjoy touring this part of the country. What is it about being, coming through the Midwest and being from the Midwest yourself that you appreciate when you're on tour?
Well, it's just like the drives are easy. It's wide open spaces. We've covered this ground so many times. There's something about running a route that when you go back and do the same route, it just becomes a little bit easier. We know a lot of people out here. We're just familiar. It's a familiarity. It's a comfort that, we probably don't quite have with anywhere else besides the Midwest, quite like the Midwest at least,
Is there anything that's happened while you've been on this run that has been a hiccup, or has it been smooth sailing?
Nah, nothing crazy I could think of.
James was telling me, he brought up about last year, he said you guys had a situation where you guys were broken down and then the repair guys came out there and they ended up like stealing parts off your rig or something like that?
That was crazy. Yeah, that was in Texas. Not as comfortable in Texas.
Come on, Texas. Do better. Yeah. Do better.
But yeah, about once a year some issue hit the fan like that, but we've been lucky. This year it hasn't been anything, so
There's the wood. Knock on it real quick.
Is that wood? That might be metal. Hold on a second. All right, now we're good.
Knock on whatever you can, but yeah. I know that's when we kind of started with James, and I was asking about that, and he brought up that crazy story. Has there been anything else that's been just really upsetting to happen to you while you guys were out on the road?
That's definitely the biggest one in recent memory. It set us back pretty hard. There's one thing about the roads too. It's like that you learn over time, and usually the hard way is that one small thing can snowball so quick, and you don't even realize it. It's not a big deal. Next thing you know, 3 days later and $5,000 later, you're it's just turned into this fiasco. So that's why over time we learned when we have an off day or excess time, you get where you need to go first, then you chill. You know what I'm saying? Because if that little thing happens before you get there, then you're out that show, or you're out where go take care of your business, then you chill out. But it's crazy how quickly things develop if something goes awry on the road.
Yeah. Well, that's a good philosophy to have. Get there and then chill. So what do you do when you're chilling and you're on the road? I mean, what are some of the things that you do to kind of pass the time between shows?
Mostly we're just hitting the gym and doing work, relaxing, working on music. I've been trying to read a lot more books. So I've been reading. That sort of stuff. Nothing crazy. Making content occasionally, I guess,
Yeah, we see the content out there for sure, yeah. So you guys get in the gym daily? Is that a daily routine or? Pretty
much. Whenever there's time, we'll go. I've been really hitting it these past 6-8 months. So I feel good. Maybe physically better than I've really felt in quite a while. Mostly because I'm just staying strong and, building off the next session, and it feels great.
Yeah. So you did also mention to pass the time you guys are working on music.
Yeah.
You guys just dropped a song with Cashed Out.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Those are our buddies. I love those guys, and I'm super psyched on that verse.
I guess it was the other way around. They dropped a song ahead.
Yeah, it's their song. Right? Yeah. It's a good song. It's one of my favorite ones they've done. It's probably one of my favorite feature verses. Love them. We've always loved them. Been friends with them for a long time. They're killing it right now. They just had a killer West Coast tour. I'm going to drop the news here. We got our first new song coming out in a few years. Maybe not a few years, maybe over a year next month. So it's called Out There, and it comes out in May. I'm not sure when it's going to drop, but
So the track's called Out There. What's the inspiration or theme? I mean, what's behind that song?
I don't know when it's going to come out, but that's all I'm going to say right now.
Okay, for sure. We don't want to spoil it for anybody, for sure. But Out There, is that something that you are like? Does it feel like it's sort of an evolution of what you've done before? Is it similar sounding, or are you taking it in a new direction?
Oh yeah, we're so excited. Like it's definitely an evolution, and it's the next phase of Trop. It's always like been asked so many times to like sort of define what it is that we're doing, whether it's like the brand or the music or something. It's always like this ever evolving, moving target for me that can never quite be pinned down. And I don't know if that's good or bad. It just is what it is, in my opinion. But this is the next step. This is the next evolution. And I'm just like more excited than ever for people to hear it.
Yeah, another thing that you guys have done as far as like this evolution is, and I've mentioned this to James, is Everwild.
Yeah.
Everwild is just so massive in my eyes, and I think a lot of people, they look at the Everwild for the Midwest. It is the festival of the Midwest. So what does it mean for like to have started as like these small shows to be able to be put on a festival as big as Everwild?
It's awesome. The responsibility of it too is like not lost on us. We try to do right by the performers, the fans, everybody. I feel like the response we got after last year was just like incredible. I mean, not just from the fans, but a lot of the performers are like, some of those bigger acts are like, we haven't had this kind of hospitality or done something quite like this in many, many years. Like, which is kind of the goal we set out for, is give them something like a Midwest hospitality, good time. So it feels great. It's growing. Stoked for this year. We got Slightly Stupid, Damian, Stephen, Marley, Iration, J Boog, Little Stranger, whole lot more, a bunch of the homies. Everwild, check it out.
Yeah, I would say from my experience last year is like, if you can get to Everwild, get there. You'll have a great time.
Yeah.
What level of stress does that bring on to you, though? I mean, I know it's got to be there's got to be a lot of fun in there, but like, how do you manage the stress of it?
It's easier every year, but we don't do any like the actual like organizing and like all those details and stuff. So that's like that part is certainly stressful. That's all Jim.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jim.
But thank you, right?
But yeah, but like we're involved, and there certainly is a level of stress to it. It's a big deal. Lots of resources and time go into it. But for the most part, we take it in stride. It's just it's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's cool to see it grow, and the amount of like fan response to people that have been there, wanting to come back every year and stuff. And it's nice to have it being where it's a camping festival too. You've got this communal vibe that goes on there. So
sure.
Yeah, check it out for sure. Tell me a little bit about Cleveland. What's Cleveland mean to you? What's your favorite thing about where you're from?
So truth be told, I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay. I think I knew that, but
I've always said that like Pittsburgh, it feels Midwestern. There's just like a sensibility and like there's not like pretentiousness at all. It kind of is like what you see is what you get, and it makes life easier in my opinion. And it's also just modest living. Like you can live for far cheaper than you can in a lot of these places we go
absolutely.
to. I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's no other place that I'd rather live. I'm talking like not some sandy beach, not the tropics. I prefer the Midwest. Put it on the record.
Well, there is a with what you do, at least you can get out and get away. Especially, yeah. I would imagine this is how we get, especially being Midwest ourselves here in Kansas City, is like winters get kind of shitty and you're like you're ready for the sun again. But if you can get out and see some other parts of the country or whatnot, at least you have that.
You're right. I might feel different if I wasn't traveling like I am. You're probably right about that, but there's no place. And I also say this, like when they ask me like, if you could go anywhere, where would you go? The answer is always home. I just want to go home, man. I've seen a lot of places and I've done a lot of things, and I'm incredibly grateful, and it makes me appreciate what I have.
Yeah, awesome. So you obviously you want to be home when you can, but is there a particular part of the country or anything that you really look forward to when it comes up?
There's cities that are our favorite. We just left Tulsa. We always really like Tulsa.
Really, Tulsa.
We like Kansas City.
Kansas City likes to hear you.
Denver, we have a blast. There's like other just like small like Albuquerque for whatever reason. We just like Albuquerque. Phoenix is fun. Yeah, there's cities here and there that we like appreciate and like. Usually ones that get us home and in our bed at that same night though.
Right. So you're sort of still near home instead of
Yeah.
on the coast or something.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Let's see. I know you guys got VIP coming up. So, what's it been like for you guys to be doing have you done a co-VIP and a co-tour thing like that before?
Not quite like this. This is like a new for us, and Howie kind of led the way and kind of was like, why don't we try to do this? And it's been awesome. Kind of go on like a half moon and play on each other's songs, and it's worked out great. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Howie was just telling me earlier how he felt like there would be fans that came for you guys that didn't really know them, and he was getting fan response like, "Hey, it's been really cool to see you guys. We didn't really know you." Has that happened to you guys where maybe
Sure.
maybe people came for Ballyhoo, but then they kind of turned on to
Sure,
you?
that's like the whole idea for sure. Is like to expose each other to each other's fans. So I think it's worked out great, and love those guys. They're fucking legends. So
I agree. I was like,
oh, Donald, you're sitting over there. I didn't
Yeah.
see her sitting over there, bro.
he said, "Did you? We just want to make sure did you hear what he said? Because legend, I think, was the word." Yeah, hell yeah. Well, let's see. I think I'll just wrap it up because I know that we probably got a few more minutes here. So, what's something you want to share with the fans besides you said new music was coming? Is there anything else you want to shout out to the people watching this?
Stay tuned. Like the best is yet to come. It's just we're super excited for what the future holds and the music and everything else. So stay tuned.
Hell yeah. All right, man.
All right, bro.
Was Matt. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for being here and thank you for doing the interview, man.